So today's video or analysis is on Yugito, or Yugito, however you pronounce that. And it never really kind of like Yugito was a character that honestly got swallowed up with a lot of the other characters prior to the patch. And it's kind of like if you guys were around for Storm 3, prior to the patch they released, we knew what the top characters were. We knew Maskman was good, we knew Conan was good, we knew Minato was good, etc. There were a few other characters that were there. They were apparent in the meta. One character that slipped by, and it's simply because of all the other characters that were just so good at the time that no one cared to explore him, was Hanzo. And Hanzo was a character that became very apparent in the meta once that patch dropped and nerfed, Minato and some other stuff about Maskman and things like that. Once it changed the game, Hanzo emerged as without a doubt the best character in the game. And it's not that he got a buff or anything like that. He was exactly the same as he had always been since the release of Storm 3. But guess what? Other characters got nerfed, stuff happened. People started dabbling around with Hanzo and realized, damn, this character is really good. And so that's kind of the case with Yugito. Like, nothing has changed about her to my knowledge from this patch. But she's just kind of a character that slipped under the radar until now. People have started using her because under the new, under the way the game is now, and under the nerfs of the other characters, she just fits so well. And the main reason for that is her fast advancing forward strings like this, and then her tilt. If you notice, her tilt starts her off at this very low arch, and then she rises in the air quickly, and then she hits the ground pretty fast as well. So it's a very weird arch. And if you guys don't know how dashes work in this game, basically when you dash, the dash latches on to wherever the opponent was at that point in time. That's why if I'm standing right here, and you dash me and I jump and I do this, your dash will miss. Because what happens is that your dash tracks on to where I was at that point in time. And, or your initial dash, I should say. This chakra dash is a little different, but your initial dash, if you just do that, tracks on to where I was at at that point in time. But if I'm doing this, I'm no longer there, but your dash will still finish off right there, and I'll be safe. So it's the same concept with the tilt. If you dash and I'm low to the ground, what'll happen is that sometimes the dash will home in on her at the top, and by the time it hits to the top, she'll be on the ground and she'll be able to shield. And so essentially you've missed your opportunity because of the movement of the tilt. And what I've noticed is that when I've been playing with her the past few days, and I've noticed that this is so good when you have a lead that it's almost like its own little spam. It's almost like you can actually spam with Yugito, her tilt. You can just keep away over and over again. Because when you're just doing this over and over, it's really hard for your opponent to maneuver through all of that. Like, look at all those, what are these? What would that be? I guess fur balls? fur fireballs on the ground. Like, it's hard for an opponent to maneuver through that. And then of course if they dash, they can get hit. And then even if they make it through the onslaught of fur fireballs, you can shield. It's pretty safe. Look at that. No lag for the most part. So you can block if you don't want to commit to counter, or you can just simply counter your opponent. And then on top of that, she's really good up close because of how fast her combos start up. And then of course she's got a big awakening. So while I don't think this character will rise to the best in the game. Like, I don't think that'll happen to her like it did with Hanzo in Storm 3. I do think that this character could potentially become a problem at the highest level. Because she does extremely well up close. She doesn't have an infinite, but her combos are super fast. And she's able to maintain the lead extremely well. So I wouldn't be surprised if top players start using her a little bit more. If you see her in clan matches, if you're able to watch clan matches they upload, stuff like that. But I don't expect her to rise to the top of the tier list. She definitely is pretty scary though, and she can be really, really annoying and frustrating to fight because of the tilt. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for Yugito. She's a really good character, and for the most part, if you want to use her, go ahead. But don't get mad or don't get frustrated when literally you play like 5 games and people rage quit like 4 out of 5 of them simply because you started tilting a bunch and they just got mad and left. Pretty sure people will rage quit to that. In fact, I've had a lot of people rage quit on me because like if I have the lead and they're just rushing me down, I need to get them off of me. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna tilt, and they can't handle that. So yeah, sad times. Anyways, this is Mysterious Man Toby.